Dr. Janine, some people don't really like needles much. They may be a little apprehensive. So we know that kids model what they see in their parents. What should the parents be doing?
Again, being very mindful of their attitudes. It's funny. No, nobody enjoys a needle. This is the first time ever I have kids who are chomping at the bit and super excited to get the needle. And whether it's because they know how many restrictions they currently have, or because of all their older siblings have already gotten theirs and they've just been waiting. It's a very unusual situation, but yes, there are still people out there who are very anxious. And if as a parent you are someone who is conveying either anxious or negative messages, your kids are going to pick up on that. So again, you can be honest with them, but be very mindful. And if you're someone who is super anxious, you might be better to use the option of either having someone else go with your child, leaving, just stepping away for a minute when it's happening, or if you've got the option of having it done at school, that might be the best situation possible for your child. And that's not a criticism on you. That's doing what's best for your kid.
And I was going to ask you about that. So many children are actually going to receive their vaccines at school. Can this be helpful? It's helpful for parents, I'm sure, but is it helpful to the children as well?
You bet. For a lot of kids, they're already used to getting their vaccinations for a variety of things in the school environment. So in fact, that's actually where they're most comfortable. And then we have the peer support. Again, while having a parent to support you is great, there's nothing more powerful than, peers cheering you on or helping you out as you go through it. So for some kids, that school environment is perfect.
Now, if some children are very fearful, I was one of those when I was in school as a child. I've kind of gotten over that now. What are some strategies that they can use to calm themselves?
These are strategies anybody can use, whether you're anxious or not. Make a plan ahead of time. Know what your coping strategies are, and be prepared to use them. Experiment with a numbing cream if that's something that you think might be helpful for your child. I always like to say try it out first so that they kind of have an idea. So again, that's not another new thing at the time of the vaccination. And then the biggest thing is coming up with a combination of relaxation, breathing, and distraction. So if I can give one quick tip that kids seem to like at all ages, it's you want to make your spaghetti noodle arm, because the looser and limper your arm is, the easier it is for the vaccine to go in. At the same time, if you've got a water bottle with a straw in it, this is where you get to take a big breath and you blow as hard as you can into that water bottle while you're having your limp arm. And it's fun, it's silly, it's distracting, it helps you breathe, and it helps you relax. Other kids might find something like having a story or a stuffy, or watching a video, or putting in their earbuds and listening to music. Those are all equally great techniques. You just need to practice ahead of time and figure out what's going to work for your child.
Dr. Hubbard, we are, I would say, completely out of time, but I do know that you, APNL is going to be offering a webinar, so when is that? It's
going to be the evening of December 8th. Stay tuned for details. It's a free webinar for parents, and we'll get you to send in questions ahead of time and during the session. So again, strategies we can give you as psychologists to help make the process easier.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming.